And we are live, and my mic's on, bonus. So we are here at the KL base. The live stream did get dropped just now. We saw Cheu and Cheu walk away with the win between him and the matchup with Groy Fu Sing from Team FRT. And right now we have at our wet track here at the KL base, the matchup between Kingston K and Manhon. The clouds have moved away. The track is still a little bit sodden, but not too bad. I think by our top 4 battles, the track will have dried up. Right now we see Manhon out in the front, leading Kingston. Manhon, making a big mistake, but holding it together. Kingston making him pay for it, however. Manhon doing his best to keep that line. He stays on the track, manages to get that 3rd clip, but Kingston is right there, making sure that Manhon knows he is on his back door. But saying that now, Manhon has disappeared into the ether, and Kingston has not been able to keep proximity. My goodness, Kingston also following the right race line. But wow, we're going to check out a replay from Adrenaline Impact and see exactly what went on there. Okay, early initiation. And then here, sliding 1, 2, and then correction, 1, 2. So that would be a 0 potentially for Manhon. Issues on the entry. Maybe the ground is not as slippery as he first thought. Just now it was very, very wet, but right now the conditions are changing. It is damp, but it's not the same kind of wet it was just now when he was practicing. So if Manhon had a lot of wheels off the track, that will cost him dearly with points. If he went off and onto the blue line, he would get a 0, impacting heavily on his score and the judge's decision of who to move forward into the top 8 and 4. So now we have Kingston out in the front. Is Manhon going to put the pressure on in order to knock Kingston off his game? We will find out. I do think that Manhon's car has a lot more grip in these conditions. Track is ready. Judges are ready. Manhon ready. Kingston ready. And away they go. Here comes our V8 roaring down the strip. A long slide to the first clip. Nicely done. Manhon right there on Kingston's back bumper. And Kingston keeping that race line they were looking for all the way through. But Manhon once again up there. The anti-lag going crazy from both these cars as they let off the outer zone clip 3. Around the teardrop they go. Kingston going super wide. Manhon staying with him and consistent and up on that door. Lots of foot braking going to control the car. And wow, Manhon right there up on Kingston. Whoa. Gonna check out a replay from AI. These wet conditions playing havoc with our drivers' lines, but these guys are very able, so they're just readjusting as they go through. On that handbrake, and we can hear the anti-lag from Manhon's car, I believe. And here we go, Manhon, you can see in the replay, nice and close, super close. And Kingston doing his best to separate. We see Manhon once again dive back in. Very tight. And now it's in the hand of our judges. How do they see this bout having gone? One of our judges not quite ready. Here we go, we're going to wait for it to come up on screen. And it is, oh, Kingston K, KDC FLMS makes it through to our top 8. Unfortunate mistake there from Lee Manhon, cost him big. Kingston will be very happy with that result. 288 moves on. And coming up next we have Alang Fazin and Alif Irfan praying to the gods, hoping for the best. But we have Alang Fazin in the Batmobile. He's going to be pulling away with that big fat V8. This car has plenty of grip. We saw him previously in the wet warm-up, and his car was dramatically faster than a lot of our other drivers. So let's see if that's going to happen right now. Alif, of course, using a different car to what he used. Oh no! And some problems there for Alang Fazin as he goes off track. Now Alif is back on it. What a shame in a clip caught. And now Alif is getting left behind. The drone flies off the car there from Alang Fazin. And now we're going to see Alang Fazin split. Very, very, very fast car. Alif Irfan doing his best to catch up but not able to. Oh goodness, there's someone having fun up here. Someone having fun up here in the judges booth. Knowing that Alang Fazin has made that mistake. Now Alif Irfan has a very good chance to progress. We'll have to see. Don't celebrate too soon. That's what I'd say. Luck always comes into play in drifting. But here we go, the flip reversal of this bout. Now Alif Irfan will be in the lead. Alang Fazin to chase. Alang should be all over Alif's door, but if he gets a good lead run in, he should be okay. Judges are good to go. Track's good. Just cleaning the windows. He'll pay 10 ringgit later on, it's okay. Doesn't have time to do it now. Didn't bring his wallet out with him. Okay. Drivers are good to go. Alif in the lead. Already swaying and moving in for that first clip. Alif doing a good run there. Nice again to that outer clipping zone. But right there on that door and rear wheel is Alang Fazin. Super close here. Both cars going through that third outer clip. Getting that teardrop transition done just nice. And Alif moves to the outside. He knows he could clinch this win if he can just ignore Alang Fazin on his passenger door. But now Alang's on the driver door. Oh my goodness, just avoiding the impact of the rear. Alang Fazin pulling a 187 on that chase run. But did Alif do enough to win? I think he might just have done. That was a good lead. And with the mistake made by Alang Fazin just now, it could mean that Alif has done enough to move forward. Advancing is Alif Irfan, 97, AI Garage. Commiserations, Alang Fazin. Could have done it with his LS15V, but unfortunately made a mistake very early on in his lead run. So 97, Alfian progresses. And right now we have Kisa Arano, all the way from Japan. I missed her just now in our top 16, which is a shame. I think the car was getting some wheels changed. And Stan the man. We're about to see what happens here and maybe change his name a little bit. Sparky Tan was Smoky Tan. No, I was going to go for Slippy Tan. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how to Splishy Splashy Tan. Speedy Tan. Okay, we've got so many names for him. Let's see. Slick, smooth, slow. No, let's go. Let us see. We know that Kisa's good in the wet, but Stan is also very good. Initiating a little bit too early, causing Kisa some issues. She needs to go off track a little bit. But now, Stan is holding the line with Kisa on the inside to keep proximity. Great line by Stan as Kisa remains right there on his door. Inside clip hit around the teardrop. Both cars, Kisa having issues. It looks like she was stuck to the back bumper of Stan, but Stan able to continue. So the line's giving Kisa all sorts of issues. But let's have a look and see if Stan here in this replay causes issues for Kisa. Kisa was, it looked like she was trying to chase, but there was nowhere for her to go. So whose fault is that? That's the judge's decision. One more time on the initiation of this bout. That's right, here we go. So Kisa, yes, right from the beginning. Here we go. Now we see Stan out in front, and here he flicks way too early, and then I think Stan's initiation has caused Kisa to move to the outside of the track. I don't think she had anywhere else to go. And here we go, Stan now doing a good job of holding the line. And there we go, around that teardrop, Kisa having issues once again. And here we see her almost just going straight to try and catch up, not wanting to create impact. Our judges now discussing, based on their experience, exactly what should go on with regards to scoring. So, with the words our judges just had, your priority is to keep to the racing lines. So if you're not on the racing line, so with that being said, more of the technical rule book has come out, and it totally makes sense in my books. If the lead car zeros first, gets no points, breaks the line, then it's very likely you'll just go 0 and 10 to the person that kept the line. But we'll check that out with the actual results. Let's see what happens in the second half of this bout. We now have Kisa Arano in the lead and Stan to chase. Once again brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, Rap District, Exquisite Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc, Wii, Moto App, Blaster Cars, and sanctioned by MAM. Kisa getting that corner checked, and now we have Stan trying to make a comeback with regards to proximity, but Kisa not fully in to the outer clipping zone. She is now, and she appears to be pulling away from Stan. Slippery Tan is slipping away. And here we go, Kisa is pulling away right now. And Stan is just sliding around, not able to get the traction he needs. And there we have it, the new name is Slippery Tan. Slippery Tan, there you go. So now we're going to have a quick word from our judges to clarify their decision. But first we will have the said decision. So our judges, once again, bound to the rule book. So, our judges deep in discussion. And here we go. They say, Kisa Arano moves forward, car number 29, Team FRT in the 180SX. And now we're going to have a quick word from our judges. So, judges, why have you judged in this way? I saw that Slippery Tan in the first run, he didn't quite keep to his intended line, the race line.
Okay, so pretty much just for everybody to understand, everybody who's here, what's happening is that when Aston was leading, he initiated way too early, which is way far away from the first rear clipping point. So pretty much it becomes an unchaseable lead for Kisa. Kisa cannot, she has nowhere to go, that she has to go off course just because Aston was off the line. And he started way too early.
She was following Stan very well, so she did in fact follow his lead, but he took her off the course.
Yeah, so Stan's line was way off, the racing line, pretty much.
So how does that score?
So pretty much it's an unchaseable lead, unchaseable lead. So Kisa couldn't chase, so that was already a 10-0. We mentioned that in the briefing. As for the second run, what happened was, after the big corner, as in front of the judging stand here, it was already an inactive chase, exactly.
Right.
Because Kisa pulled away really far. Aston was trying to keep up, but it's very slippery, yes, exactly. So Kisa has already transitioned, but towards the next corner, Kisa has transitioned towards the next corner. However, Aston is still finishing off the previous corner, you know.
That's right.
So it's another 10-0. So pretty much, unfortunately for Aston, it just didn't go its way this time.
Slippery Tan, unfortunately, gets knocked out, and Kisa Arano moves forward. Good explanation there from Mervyn Kimura. Thank you very much for clarifying for our audience members here, and of course all of our viewers live with us at home. And of course anyone that are in the two teams will have a clearer picture of how that was judged. Right now we have Whiz in the lead, and he's going to be chased by Kenny Yong, our Borneo King. Whiz out in front, initiating just nicely, clipping that corner. Oh my goodness! A bit of a love tap there. Kenny Yong had some issues and went a bit too straight for a little bit too long and missiled into Whiz. This is RX-7. So let's check out the replay. Gonna check out the instant replay. The replay of Whiz, or Hui55, from MDCC with his RX-7, and let's see him get T-barred by Kenny Yong. And here we go, Kenny slipping ahead, and oh, oosh. Oh, it's just a love tap at the end of the day on the wheel, luckily. Good job for controlling that after the mild slip up from Kenny. Is his car okay? We don't know. Yeah, right hand side front impact. It looks okay. Just the bumper maybe. And I think he hit the front wheel of Hoy 55, but I'm not sure. Maybe he just wants to drive around to see if the car's straight. It looks like he's pushed the wheel back a little bit. Looks like the caster has been pushed back, but it might just be his body kit. Kenny's saying he's had issues with his car, so maybe this is something to do with the gremlins at work for Kenny Wong, Team GXY, Liquid Molly. But Hoy 55 now limping back to the starting line. Not sure exactly what's happened there. Only RX-7 and Rotary in competition. We saw him just now in the practice doing a very smooth job of navigating his car around this wet track. And speaking of wet track, it does look like conditions are starting to dry out as predicted as we moved into the top four. Out of the top 8, we'd start to see an improvement of the track. So let's have a look. So here we go. Kisa Arano now in the top 8. And right now, let's see what happens here with Hoy's car. I think he needs some time to fix it. Some issues have cropped up. Kenny back at the start. You know, it's a crazy thing that we see so many different instances here at the National Drift Series that there can be new possibilities and new sequences. It's like opening a deck of cards and shuffling them. You never get the same sequence twice. There are so many variations that we haven't seen yet that we still need to work out how to judge, and we get them every single time. But there are lots of examples all over the place, all around the world, for us to learn from here at the National Drift Series. But sometimes when it's the first time it happens to us, we have to have a think back in our memory and see what applies from those other tournaments to our tournament right here in Malaysia. So once again, it's been a busy day for us. We had the GP2 running out earlier this morning, and now we are seeing the GP. We got the top 8 battles about to commence. This is the last battle in our top 16. Earlier we had the FDC, Female Drift Challenge. We got some issues with the car here. We're just fixing it up. So I think we had a request for 5 minutes. And here we see one of our other competitors, Mr. Poik, helping out with Kenny Young's 350Z, 1JZ as we can see there. It happens, and now we have adverse conditions. The track is moving from wet to dry again, so entry timings were a little bit off. All right, so give us just a moment. And I think Hoy 55 is taking a little bit of time to fix the car. Team MDCC, only RX-7 in competition, and it's a rotary as well. Once again, a warm welcome to you if you're joining us at home. This is the National Drift Series. We're in the top 16 now, just about to be the top 8. And it's brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, Rap District, Exquisite Motorsport Club, and also Retro Havoc. WeMoto app for the ticketing and blaster cars, and it's sanctioned by MAM. We are going to take a short break, so bear with us. We'll be back shortly for the wrap-up of this bout.
Nitros, we changed the pulley, we installed the catch can and all the minor stuff we had to do.
Mamba タービンは非常にコストパフォーマンスに優れたタービンなので
Alright, this is Tony Arcock at Half Breed. Don't forget to check us out.
احنا رايحين عشان نعطيها الهدية وراح نصور لكم ايش راح Saya berasal dari Indonesia. Latvia 2 biji.
All right, okay, we're back. I'm taking over for a while Mervin ada kat sini. While Mervin is getting ready to judge the drivers with Mr. K and also Dika Cheha. All right, we have the second half of this battle. The first one was interrupted from that contact by Kenny Yong. Both cars taking time out. Both cars ready now. So we're good to go. We're going to send this second run, second battle. Now Kenny will lead. Kenny will get the fresh air. And now Ahui will be chasing. So could Ahui apply the pressure, or could Kenny force Ahui to make a mistake? Because the first run was definitely a big, oh, something is not right for sure with the car. And that's out of course, unfortunately for the Borneo King. Round number 1, that mistake could have just been good enough to take him off from this competition. Ahui now using the second half of the track as the training ground, trying to apply his tandem skills to a test, chasing Kenny Yong, which is trying his best to taking the perfect line, but right there, barely touches the final clipping point. Make some noise for both drivers. Kenny Yong and Ahui, I think it's a clear-cut decision. I think Ahui will take this one, moving straight to the top 8. And here you go, decision. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. Ahui moves on to the top 8. What? Yeah, Drift fans, we are at round number 3, National Drift Series GP. So we've got our GP2 champions, and we also got our seeded champion, and also FDC. All is in the bag. Now is the battle that we were waiting for, the GP rounds. We have, look at this, on the starting line, Villan from team Rev 4 Performance going against Stell, one of 2 females left in this GP competition. We have Villan to lead, being the higher seed compared to Bella, who managed to, get her way through to the top 16 of the main event, which is remarkable for Stell. She's doing pretty well right after D1. What do you think, Peter Davis?
I think it's remarkable for her to be here at this level, being such a new driver, and she's out here playing with the big boys in a big boy car as well.
That's right.
And she is able to control it. But Villan did say earlier he wants to take home the gold for Rev 4 Auto Works. So let's see if he's going to make that happen and put Stell on the back burner.
That's right. I received a call from Villan yesterday informing us that his car got some issue with the compression. So I was told cylinder number 5 and 6 has lesser compression compared to the others.
You see, what you need to do is get an inline 4 in there, and then you wouldn't have that problem.
That's right, but that's the problem. You can't finish.
Oh, story of my life.
So yeah, but then they took the car back to the garage and fixed it, and then I think they're just gonna go with it. This is gonna be the last race for this engine at least.
Right.
So here we go. Villan leading, Stell right there. Good initiation by Villan.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Dropping a wheel. Oh, rotate.
Clipping.
That's definitely unchaseable by Villan. Wow, more surprises right here. Wow.
So, Villan making that first mistake, causing Stell to choke up. But that's fine. Let's see what happens in the second half of this bout. Now both drivers getting in a bit more practice and warming up those tyres, so they're ready for the second half. That's a shame for Villan. Truly wanted to take home the gold for the team, but it might not be possible.
So we can hear the limiter. The engine still sounds good from Villan's engine, but maybe they did some magic last night and fixed it. But unfortunately, the initiation was really impressive. It was really nice and early, but the moment Villan enters that first rear clipping point, the car starts to open up too much of an angle, causes him to over-rotate.
Yeah.
And there's no way that is chaseable in this condition, this wet condition, slippery.
For sure. You need some crazy reverse angle kit.
That's right.
Or four-wheel steer.
Four-wheel steer,
Okay.
inertia drift.
Yes, that's right. Where Villan also going a little bit wide at the beginning. Probably zeroing on the blue line. I'm not so sure. We need to check out a replay of that again, but it's okay. Now we're going to see the second half of this bout. Stell will now be in the lead.
So,
and let's see where she takes Villan.
Yeah, judges are ready. We are gonna send second run, big advantage for Stell, but Villan is not gonna back down. He's gonna apply the pressure as much as he can, and we know from the sim background, Villan is a beast chasing right now. But Bella, very late initiation.
That's one of the most confident entries I've seen from Bella today into that first couple of clips. And she does manage to keep it going all the way through, just touching that third rear clip, and that inner clip around that teardrop is done quite well. Villan having to cut down his angle a lot to keep up. Stell's car has a lot of grip, it looks like. But right there, Villan doing his best to stay close as Stell hits that last all-important clipping zone. Our judges having mixed opinions. Do we need to check out a replay? Villan, you can see here, adjusting to get to the back of Belstrell's car. And it's a one more time. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see this matchup one more time. So this is
So there you have it. Anything can happen. Even though you have a big advantage on the first run, the second run might not go your way. And this is just a good example. So we're going to go one more time. One more time, Belstrell versus Villan. The entry by Bella, or Belstrell, she did literally drive through instead of drifting through.
She did.
So unfortunately,
she needs to be a bit more aggressive at the beginning. She so far today, I haven't seen her hitting that aggression right at the beginning. That's where she needs to go.
I think the rain kind of distracted driving.
Quite possibly, and she's not feeling her best.
Yeah.
Today.
Again, 3 categories today.
Oh wow.
FDC Pro, GP2, and also GP. So she had a quick chat with me saying that she's under the weather.
She's under the weather. She needs my new product, Regen. She really does.
Bring it on. We shall see.
It's on the way.
Hopefully it's next round.
Hopefully by next round, yes, quite likely.
Final round. Regen.
Regenerate,
by Peter Davis.
Rehydrate. It's going to be there. Rehydrate, regenerate.
Rehydrate, regenerate.
Well, refresh as well.
Refresh.
Refresh. That's right. So we're going to be finishing up this one more time before proceeding to our top 8. So our top 16 battle. We're going to find our winner.
So because of the initiation, I think the spotter is telling Belstrell like what was the mistake she done. She could have bring it home already, but because of the initiation, she literally drove through. She need to have more angle. I think she's being very careful not to spin out because of the wet surface.
And it's a fast entry.
But she need to trust the car.
Yes.
Trust the car like how you trust yourself.
Yes.
Right.
But what if you don't trust yourself?
Then
you won't trust the car.
You don't drift.
Yeah, that's what happens.
You know what I mean?
No, she needs to trust herself. I know from watching her just a few times that she's got what it takes and she's able to completely perform on this track. It's just her self-confidence, maybe her fitness level to drive right now because she's a little bit ill.
That's right.
And it's there's a lot of pressure going on, adverse track conditions.
Yeah.
So let's hope she can just put it all together.
Let's go.
Now she'll be chasing Villan for this first section. Villan this time gets his mark, and Belstrell able to follow. Villan already on the outside clipping zone number 2, but Belstrell very shallow, not able to push too much power down, and straightens up. So Villan now able to complete his course. All he has to do is complete this lap, and he'll already have the advantage on that limiter as he pushes the car to the final clip zone with the brakes on, just for a bit more control. Unfortunate there for Belstrell. What we were saying, you know, she needs to trust herself a bit more. Okay, let's see if she can now get it together. And you never know. There's luck of the draw sometimes, and this time we might have luck of the conditions. We might see Villan make a small slip up. Let us have a look. Track is ready. Judges are ready, drivers are ready. And here they come. Can Belstrell make a much better entry here? Pushing and boom. It was better, but she only just clipped in. Villan quite straight through that first section there. Belstrell now on the outer clip. Pushing hard. Villan doing a good job of keeping close. inside clip also touched on the front end of Belstrell's car around that teardrop transition. Back to the outside of the track and our penultimate clip zone. Villan right there on Belstrell's door. Nice switch from both of our drivers. And across the line they go. So, did Belstrell do enough on that second run in the lead? We're about to find out. Our judges say Villan Heng advances, car number 30, commiserations to Belstrell 95. And next up, we are in our top 8. It's going to be Ben Aki Speed, and he's going to be battling Cheu, car number 7. Classic FRT and OBG.
That's right, we got OBG, FRT OBG battle. Yeah, we're going to have Ken Sherwin, the student of Uncle Jet, redeem himself and revenge for the teacher.
I think he's confident.
Yeah, he's got the car that's capable of doing that, so let's see.
Well, look at that
slide. Very nice initiation.
All the way in.
Right there is Sherwin, closing the gap, transitioning. Still there, both of them. Nice and white line by Ben Aki Speed. Sherwin closing the gap. Very nice, both drivers. This is the one we want to see, close battle from both of these drivers. Sherwin, as we know, this car is 1,000 horse, competitive in Thailand, but he brought it back because this track is big enough for this car. And right now he's showing it's right there. Wow! Make some noise for these two big boys in the scene.
That's right, those guys over the line sideways together, door to door. Bullseye doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just too excited.
I'm just too excited.
To form sentences that make sense.
I'm just saying
I understand.
Things outside my head right
You're
now.
just like, it's not in the box, it's not even outside the box, it's out of the zone.
That's right. Wow, this is amazing. I mean, if you were to bring your #1 battle machine.
My Safiro, yes.
Your Safiro, right?
Yes.
Again.
Okay, can we just stop the conversation there?
That's it.
We're done.
The game is done.
No, even if you were to bring your best battle machine, like 1,000 horsepower, grey grip or whatever, to try and keep up with either of those guys, you'd have to be next level. Like they are, in fact, next level.
Both of them next level driving right now, but look at that, impressive. Sherwin, we know he is just only competitive in drifting in 2002.
Yeah.
And now look, 2024, he's like battling Ben NDS Borneo champion.
Indeed.
And he's like door to door with that 1,000 horsepower car,
It's
carbon
true.
Kevlar. That's probably the most expensive car down there.
Apart from my Safiro.
Your Safiro will be second.
okay, I don't win. Still don't win.
Still don't win. All right, we're gonna see the second round. We know Ben Aki Speed is a beast chaser, so let's see.
I mean, he can make the car do things I've never seen possible before. So let's see. Look at that, both
Very
sliding.
nice. All right, there is Ben. Look, showing his experience. It's a wet surface, so 1,000 horse wouldn't matter right now. That's why he's getting the proximity. He has that power, that lesser power, so he has that more traction needed going against Sherwin's 1,000 horsepower. But look at this, it's very nice and synchronized by both drivers. Yes, sir. Proximity. But very nice line there. Oh, that was some separation. What happened there
sideways,
to Ben?
I don't know, but he just kept the angle and pushed it. It's like he's playing a computer game.
That's right. Let's check out the replay. The judges want to see this over and over again for sure. It's a very important decision. Let's see, look, very nice initiation, both drivers side by side, transitioning, boom, right there. Ben Aki Speed very precise in controlling the. Oh, look at Sherwin's line. He is literally on that white line all the way. Sector number 2. Look at this. Clips that box for sure. And then gets the inner clipping point. But Ben is not to be shaken off. He's right there. Boom. Transitioning again to the second last. Rear.
Clip zone.
Look at that. Clips zone, no problem. Now right here. He opens the angle a bit more. I'm not sure why.
I think a bit too close. He felt he was too close potentially.
Let's got the same spot, the same area, AI. Wow. Okay, right here. Coming out towards rear zone number 4. Not the full zone. I think he's shortcutting it halfway. But look at Ben. Right there, boom. What happened?
Did Sherwin push out a bit more angle and just nudge him? I'm not sure. Was Ben too close?
Maybe. I mean, as a chase car, you need to leave a room for the lead car to transition. Check out. Now we're going to compare lead to lead. So we surely saw what quality of a lead run Sherwin put down. It was phenomenal. And because of that, a good lead equals good chase. But then towards the last rear zone, something happened.
That's right, something happened. We don't know exactly what it is. But let's check this out. Let's see how close. I think Ben Aki's speed was closer in proximity in chase.
So this is the first run.
Is a little bit further back with regards to proximity on this chase. He does get it back around about here. And around the teardrop inner clip they go. Nice transition. I have to say that was better from Sherwin. Better line from Sherwin. Better line from Ben Aki speed, which gave Sherwin that entry. And then super smooth there. And dipping back in up to the door on that last clip. And right now looking at the track as our judges discuss the performances of our 2 drivers. It does appear to be drying out. There are now like dry patches I can see. There are a bunch of dry patches on the track, so it'll be intermittently wet. And our decision. Cheu advances. Commiserations to Ben Aki speed. Cheu moves forward and into the top 4. Quite likely that last adjustment from Ben Aki speed might have cost him dearly because both drivers are doing so well comparatively. So now it looks like we have Cheu number 7 into our top 4 from old but gold. And next up on the starting blocks we have AI Garage, Aleph Irfan to lead and Kingston K to follow. Here we go. Aleph getting on those brakes and opening up the angle. Kingston not able to get close to him, but using a shallower line. But it was an in and out proximity. Now it looks like Aleph Irfan is able to pull that proximity away. Kingston narrowing it down somewhat in this transition, but Aleph making a mistake, opening up a bit too much angle and then having to correct it and virtually spinning. Now it's all about Kingston K just completing this lap. Ooh. The screams of joy have turned into tears of sadness. But let's see what happens in the second half of this bout between Kingston K. Is that Kingston Kuching? Is it Kingston Kuching? Will now lead the way for Aleph Irfan to follow here at the National Drift Series. We're in the top 4. We're going to find out who is going to win the National Drift Series GP round number 3. Let's see very, very soon. We will know who's come out on top. Things will start speeding up as conditions get better. Kingston Kuching out in front. Just ticking that corner of the box. And Aleph Irfan, oh, going up super fast. Caused a bit of contact, but Kingston K able to hold on the angle and a bit of handbrake. Something just flying off the back of, I was going to say Kingston's car. He dropped a nut, and then Aleph's car also dropped some rear bumper on the floor there on our third outer zone. Now Aleph has managed to pull back proximity, but it's too little too late. My goodness. Got to check on the track as well there on the white line of outer zone 3. And right now our judges are discussing what should happen moving forward. They might not have a clear winner, which could mean more excitement for our audience here at KL Base, and of course our live feed audience members, wherever you may be, at work, at home. This is the National Drift Series GP. We're in the top 4. So we're battling it out for the podium here. Let's see how it goes. Checking out the replays right now. Okay. Oh. We're going to have to see if Kingston slowed down there and caused that mishap, or if Aleph went in a little bit too hot. Let us see. So watch the replay here. We see Kingston out in front. Opens up, just clips that corner, but then Aleph coming in very hot. Very hot. Kingston not slowing down in my eyes. It looks like just Aleph went in a bit too hot, expecting a faster speed from Kingston, but that faster speed was not there. It's a tricky one. We're right at the top of the food chain, and we need to come to a decision about who has won. Our judging panel decision card is up on screen. Who's it going to be? Oh, advancing is Kingston K. Commiserations for Aleph Irfan. Car number 288 coming through with the win. Kingston more consistent through that corner, and a couple of mistakes, unfortunately for him. Right now we have Kisa Arano and she will be battling Ahoy, car number 77, for their place in the top 4. Once again, today's event brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, the ultimate showdown. They're very entertaining yesterday. We had a lot of cool music and entertainment throughout the day from the morning to the evening. Rap District, Exquisite Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc, Wii Moto app. Check out that beautiful Mark II. I like that. Also, Blaster Cars, and we're sanctioned by MAM. Now up on the line, we have Kisa Arano. She will be following Hui 55. Hui's car number 77, MDCC RX7FC, will be out in front with a bit of battle damage from a previous matchup he just had. And here we go, he's out in front right now. And he's oh my goodness. I don't even know who saved what there. Kisa saw the problem there from Hoy, but still kind of went in full speed. However, saved the day and the both cars, burned both of the cars. So noisy up here, I can't hear myself think. Hoy's RX-7. And there we go. Hoy over the line. Kisa over the line as well. Can we check out a replay from Adrenaline Impact? Just the beginning there. We just want to see the kerfuffle that went on. Here we go. Hoy opens up the angle. A lot of angle. One wheel off, but reverse entry. Oh, wow. Ooh. It was very, very close. I think Hoy was doing a good job driving away from the incident as Kisa was moving into the incident, and no contact happened at all. That was very, very close. Very close indeed. And here we go. Now the cars are back up at the starting line. So Kisa Arano to lead, Hoy 55 to chase. Once again brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, Ultimate Showdown, Rap District, Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc, Wii Moto, Blaster Cars, and brought to you, sanctioned by MAM. Here we go, Kisa out in front. We know she likes the wet weather. Let's see how her entry is. Big entry, gets it. Hoy having some issues and having to push the pace. Kisa all the way on the line where she needs to be. Hoy doing his best to close down that gap. Kisa getting a nice third, clip zone, inner clip, hitting around that teardrop. Let's see what the transition's like. Good transition there from Kisa, moving to the outside of the track, but keeping it within the limits. And Hoy, a bit more of an angular approach. Kisa getting that final clip. And just on the line for Hoy. Checking that replay right now from AI, Adrenaline Impact. Opening up that angle. Hoy having some issues right then and early. And there we go, nice angle there from Kisa and all the way through the outer clip number 2. Number 3 checked off the list. Hoy doing his best to follow. Inside clip caught as well. Okay, now to the outside she goes. Oh, a bit of a straighten, but stays in the drift. Reduces angle a bit, but does stay drifty. And there we go. That is all she wrote. And once again, our judges up on the board here. Advancing is Kisa Arano. Kisa Arano moves forward into our top 4. Car number 29. takes it. Wet weather. She loves a bit of wet weather, this old Kisa. And she showed us just then that it might be advantageous to her also having an SR20 under the hood. Might be a good thing in this damp condition that we have now. Car 28, car 30. Amal rejab auto, and Villan hang. Villan to lead. Big power being shown, a nice long slide into that first outer zone, but Amal understeering as he tries to keep up. Now Villan hang filling out that second clip all the way through. Third outer zone hit, inner zone hit. Now it's time for that switch on the gas. And here we go. Back on the smoke maker. Still a bit damp underfoot, but the smoke is starting to rise from that back wheel of Villan hang, and Amal trying his best to stay in proximity, but coming up a little bit short. We're going to check out a replay from Adrenaline Impact. And here we go. Long drift into that first checkpoint. And then here we see Amal rejab straightening up. Yeah, it's a clear straighten for me. So we're going to check out the replay one more time. Thank you very much. What we're going to check here is Amal rejab's transition. Here he's on the inside a little bit, but then he straightens up. Yeah, waving the front wheel. And there we go. We know how we're going to score that half of the bout. And now it's time for Villan hang to chase Amal rejab auto spa. There we go. See what Amal is able to do. Coming up a little bit short. Villan having to brake because that was a very short, fast initiation by Amal. Amal now on the line, coming up a little bit short on that full clip. Getting that third outer clip and out of zone. Teardrop transition. Villan cutting the corners here to get close in proximity. On the limiter, both of these drivers. And Amal just clips that final fifth zone. Gonna check out a replay, please. I think there was a reinitiation from Villan hang, but it could be because our lead driver didn't initiate late enough. He initiated a bit too soon. So here we go. Now we've got the replay with Villan hang out in front there. So this is the previous replay. Front wheels waving from Amal. But look at that lead run. Very nice there from Villan hang. Catches that inside clip. Around that teardrop, and here we go, second time dipping into that long zone. And we're just checking out our own replay of the last half of that bout, just to make sure. But right now, if you just joined us at home, this is the National Drift Series. We're in the top 4, almost. We're still in the top 8, and we're moving forward to the top 4 with this next decision of the National GP round number 3. The track is now drying up. It's still damp underfoot, but the track is drying up. Grip is coming back, but our drivers are still sliding around. The event brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, The Ultimate Showdown, Rab District, Exquisite Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc, Wii Moto app. So do download the Wii Moto app if you're going to be buying tickets. Not much left of the show, but you might still want to come down. We're also being brought to you by Blaster Cars and sanctioned by MAM. It's been a very busy weekend. We've had lots of different categories underway. So this is just round number 3. We had the first half of round number 3 yesterday. We had the Female Drift Challenge yesterday and today, and also GP2. GP2 earlier, very eventful, very, very good drifting level. But now this is the GP. We're almost in the top 4. This is the last battle in the top 8. We're just getting the scores right now. Who is going to progress into the top 4? We're about to find out. And our judges say, advancing forward is Villan, car number 30. Villan, Rev 4 Auto Works. He and his team will be happy with that. Doing just enough to move forward and into our top 4. Number 30 moves forward into the top 4, and now we should have the first battle in the top 4. Cheu and Cheu to lead, and Kingston K to chase. Let's see if the track conditions are going to make a difference. In the first half of our top 4 bracket. And here they come. Cheu out in front, should be able to pull away with 1,000 horsepower, but the back end of the car is all over the place as he has to handle the power in the wet. Now Kingston is doing a very good job of muscling in on the door of Cheu, but Cheu and Cheu sticking to that race line that we're after. All the way through the third inner and outer clip, rather. Inner clip also hit around that teardrop. Let's see what the transition looks like. Kingston K right there on the door, transitioning at the same time as Cheu and Cheu, but pushing it a touch too much. And there we go, Cheu able to shake him off a little bit, but getting through that final outer zone. What a run from both of our drivers. All right, here we got Cheu. Back end of the car all over the place, all that power, but Kingston just there. Now let's have a look at that. Cheu all the way through this outer zone number 2, 100%, and Kingston just sticking there with him. And let's have a look at that through that third outer clipping zone and on that inner clipping zone as well. Nice transition there on the back end of the teardrop. And here we go. Back out once again. And then here we go. A bit wavering, the effort there from Kingston, but doing a good job, and both drivers make it across the line. All right, judges are ready. Second half of this round. Kingston K will be out in front. Can Cheu do a good job and stick to him like super glue? And here they come. Kingston using that VA power. Long slide in, and Cheu has dropped back somewhat. Kingston holding the line at the moment. Cheu cutting it down a bit more shallow. Out of zone 3 clipped, into zone 3 clipped. And there we go, Kingston now moving to the 4th clip. Pushing down hard. Nice transition. Cheu not there with him. Our judges once again in a discussion. Mistakes made by both of our drivers, so some might say easier to judge. We're going to check out the replay and pause just to see how close our drivers were to the edge. Do check out the lines both of our drivers are taking. Here we go. Kingston does clip a cone. So now our judges are looking to see what damage Kingston did on that entry. Did he clip it with the cone with his bumper, or did he get a wheel off track? Let us find out. Scoreboard is up on the screen. Now we're back to the instant replay. Looks like his tyre was on the yellow to me. So how are we going to judge it? So our judges, once again, finding fault, but that is their job. Just don't let them judge you, and you'll be fine. We got to change the names of people up on the screen right now. We need Kingston and Cheu. And here we go. How are our judges going to score it? One more time, one more time should mean we have a one more time on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, for Kingston K and Cheu. It's time to bring them out again in a one more time battle in our top 4. So that means we've got a one more time battle in our left-hand side bracket for the top 4. And it's the battle to see who gets 3rd place. And then we're going to have the battle for 1st and 2nd in our final battle coming up soon after that. Okay, let's have a look. All right, our judges once again back at it. Brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, the Ultimate Showdown, Rap District, Exquisite Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc, Wii Moto app with all the ticketing, and of course Blaster Cars. Sanctioned by MAN. Very exciting day today. After we've wrapped this up, we've got our winners. They're going to be out and about, and we're going to be giving them all the prizes that they deserve for everything that's happened this weekend. The FDC, the National Drift Series GP2, and also, of course, where we're at right now, the National Drift Series GP. It's happening at the KL base today, and of course yesterday in collaboration with MIBF 2024. They were bringing us great entertainment yesterday, but today they have gone and they've left us. But we've got our drifters for entertainment instead. So here we go. It's the last few battles of the day. Top 16 National Drift Series GP battles. Weather is looking good. Track is still looking a little bit damp. But let's see how it goes as we start to progress. All right, we're gonna check out a short replay. Most of people are arguing the toss, which is fair enough. It's going to happen at this level of the game. Yeah, our top 24 has looked very exciting today. But right now, top 4. So, right now, we're still working out how it's going to play out. Judges are adjudicating as our track starts to dry out. We might start to see some smoke as we do our final 2 battles. Coming up later on in the year, we of course have our National Drift Series finals. But before that, we're going to be in East Malaysia. And we're going to be crossing over with Borneo Star Drift on the 18th and 19th of July. So there's going to be more drift action coming from East Malaysia soon. Currently we're just going through our scores and making sure we got everything right. Once again, brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, the Ultimate Showdown, Rap District, Exquisite Motorsport Club, and Retro Havoc. Moto on the app. So anytime you want to get tickets here in KL, the Moto app is the way to go about it. Getting a car in the mix and putting out an expensive weekend, you can always check out Blaster Cars and get in a go-kart and see what it really feels like. Get in control, get some confidence, and also they got a bunch of sims as well, so you can try the sim out and see if you've got what it takes to compete at the National Drift Series. But here we go, checking out the replay right here. Cheu cutting the line after Kingston drops a tyre. We have to see and look how deep Kingston dropped his wheel. Was it all the way onto the blue, or was it just on the yellow? I'm not sure. Our judges, I'm sure, have had a look and they know exactly what has happened there. Right now on that instant replay, not so instant anymore, but yes, definitely one wheel drop there and a cone hit by Kingston K, but Cheu definitely cutting the line to get back proximity. The track is now starting to get a little bit dry. I can see parts of it are starting to get grayer, so lighter, less water. So, as I was hoping for, we might get our final battle and our battle for third and fourth with some smoke, as the track conditions do indeed change. If you're joining us on the live stream right now, we're here at the KL base for the National Drift Series GP. We are trying to come to a conclusion of our top 8 battles and our top 4 battles rather, in order to find out who gets podium, who, what, where, when and why. It is now a bit of a damp track, but I think as we move into our battle for third, second and first, we're going to see the track clearing up a little bit more smoke, which is of course what we all like to see. Just now we're checking out this replay here, and you can see that Kingston is chasing Cheu. No, it's in fact Kingston in the lead rather, and Cheu chasing. But here you can see that Kingston gets a bit of yellow line and hits a cone, but Sherwin shallows out and changing his line to get back proximity. But later on, when we announce all of our winners and our prize giving ceremony, we're going to have prize giving for GP2, of course, the FDC, the Female Drift Challenge, which has been going on all this weekend. We had amateur and pro today, so very exciting earlier on. And now it is the GP. This is the battle for third place and final. So let's have a look and see what our judges have finalized. You can see the track there, even on the replay you can see certain lines are drying out. And the bird's eye view from Skyview, working alongside Adrenaline Impact here at the National Drift Series at KL Base. If you're wondering why it's taking so long for our judges to come to a decision, it's because they need to make sure
Okay, we're gonna play back the first run.
Happy with how they are judging things, because if they're not, it can have dire consequences.
All right, we're gonna play back the first run
for our competitors.
So as
All
we
right.
see, the lead is coming out, and we can see Kingston having a little bit of correction over there. So Kingston had a correction at the initiation point. Everything else, we see Sherwin doing a good run throughout the course until at this point, you see Sherwin going into the rear clipping zone only halfway in. I mean, only halfway of the whole zone. So it was only half of the zone. And clean finish. So we gave it a 5-5 because both cars kind of did a mistake. So now, moving on to the next run. Can we have the next run, please? It's a 5-5 for the first run. Kingston with an adjustment at the start, and Sherwin was half through the second rear. So, mistakes, we make a 5-5. Now we're going to the second run. Let's see the second run, please.
Yes, Mervyn, it's very difficult to come to these conclusions. So
It's good to be clear for everybody. So now we're on the second run. Okay, Kingston hits the two cones. There's the two cones. We will pause there later. We'll get back to that. Here, you see where the line Sherwin was? He was way inside, way inside. And as he's going through the turn, looking at Kingston's lead run, he hugs the zone from the start. There you go, from the start all the way to the end. And both cars finish. Okay, let's see the... Can we pause at the start where Kingston hit the cones? Pause exactly there. Pause. Okay, that is a zone where there's two cones over there. If you look at where Kingston's tire is, it is kind of on the white and yellow, more on the yellow line. So if it's a yellow line, it's just a deduction. He hit the cone, yes, but he is on the line. The tire's on the line where the two cones is standing. He wasn't hitting the furthest cone. That particular area, there's two cones. So there's a bit of disadvantage going on to Kingston until this point. Okay, can we rewind just a bit and pause once it goes to the drone? Once it goes to the drone. Okay, on the yellow line, deduction to Kingston, and we change to drone. Drone, stop. Where is Sherwin right now? Sherwin is on the completely wrong line, really cutting inside there. So there was a I wouldn't say a mistake. That was a error done by Sherwin also. So there was two. Each driver made an error on the start of the run already. Therefore, after discussion and many replays, everyone decided for a one more time, because each driver had a mistake. I hope this is clear for everybody. So now we're going to move on to the one more time. We are waiting for Sherwin to be on the line.
Okay, thank you so much, Judge Nakamura, for the clarification. When you break it down and you've got three professional judges on it looking at it, it does make sense. So now it's going to be a one more time battle for these two drivers. One more time it is. So now I need to see Cheu moving to the lines. So right now we have Kingston K doing a by run. Filling out that zone on a now semi-dry track. Still no smoke from the tyres. Maybe a little bit over here. As Kingston pushes it through that full clip zone. Nice transition. And gets that last quarter on that final clip. And next up we'll have Kisa Arano battling Villan Heng, number 29 and number 30. So our battle for top four right-hand side bracket is Kisa Arano and Villan Heng. The winner of this moves forward to fight in the final. track conditions are looking much better now, a lot drier. So our drivers are gonna have to readjust their style. It's a lot less slippery. If you remember the sky view, bird's eye view on Adrenaline Impact from the drone, you can see that the track has several dry parts, so our drifters are gonna have to deal with that as their grip levels are gonna change as they progress around the track. I think we can see currently Kisa Arano circling the warm-up area, warming up all 4 tyres, not just the rears. And there we go, Villan getting those donuts underway, warming up those donuts, ready for battle. Here we go. Villan pulls up to the line. Kisa Arano waiting. Rev 4 Auto Works versus FRT. Hello, Kisa. Okay. Let's go. Kisa is ready. Track is good. Villan is ready, and away they go. Villan out in front, leading the way for Kisa. Let's see how the track conditions are changing for our drivers. Long entry for Villan, Kisa quite far behind. Villan getting outside and to our outer clipping zone. Kisa understeering and way off the track. I think she scared Villan a little bit there. Kisa making the mistake first, going off track. I'm just imagining if that was a wall, that would not have been a fun day in the office for either of our drivers. Kisa spending the rest of her time on track, getting back into the flow and the feel. Villan revving his engine, maybe having some issues with the car as well. He's got 5 and 6 with low compression, but Kisa rolling off track to begin with. I think understeering a little bit. You can see the lines that she's made on the track just here. Clearing the rubber out of the way. Now here we go. Kisa doing her best to catch up, but then here we go. She just goes off just a little bit with her rear wheels. Kisa getting the 0 first, and I think scaring Villan into submission. All right, now we're going to check out the reverse of that. So, Kisa out in front. After she scared Villan from behind. Let's see how this goes. Villan on the brakes. Kisa getting that corner. Villan on the brakes, but remaining in drift. Getting proximity on Kisa. The kind of proximity that Kisa was not able to do. Okay, and here we go. All the way through the outer zone. Both drivers through the 3rd outer zone. And on the inner zone, Kisa goes. Good control here on that teardrop transition. Villan a very inside line to keep up with that proximity. Kisa right there though, outer line, nicely taken. And that's a very good chase run there from Villan. So it might mean Kisa our judges once again going through the rule book. with a better line in chase from Villan. It looks like Villan might get the higher points, but again, it's up to our judges to come to a final decision. You can see the sky view there. Kisa pushing it out a little bit too far, but only to yellow with the back end of her car on our big outer zone number 4. Okay, we're going to check out that replay again. So here we go, Kisa moving on down the front. I see Villan touching his brakes around about here. Okay, Kisa getting that first corner, going quite far outside there, not getting that inner clip, but getting that next outer clip, completing it in its entirety, doing well through that third outer zone, touching on the inside zone, and then here we see a shift in both of our cars. Kisa going very deep there, but just one tyre on the white line maybe. And then here we go, we're going to continue. And there we go. Kisa doing a good lead and Villan doing a nice rear run. All right, our judges have come to a decision. Let us see how our judges have scored this. Lots to discuss, as per usual, here at the National Drift Series. And again, we are here in our podium positions. So we want to make sure we're putting the right driver where they deserve to be, based on their performance and our rule books. So let us see. Okay. And it is a one more time. We're going to get to see Kisa Arano and Villan battle it out one more time right here at KL base. Track's getting even drier. I can see some fully dry patches right now, but there are still splodges of water dotted around the place. One more time for both of our drivers. Both making mistakes at the same time and having a good lead run, a good chase run. So we're going to see it one more time, and hopefully they'll make it happen and tilt the balance in their favor. Right now, conditions at KL base, dry, track, damp. It's been a great day today. We had the FDC earlier on and GP2, very exciting. But right now we are in the meat of the meal. It is the National Drift Series round number 3 GP. We are up in our podium position races. It's the top 4. And these top 4 are potentially looking for gold. Who is going to come out on top for round 3? We don't know. Overall standings, season standings, they're going to be adjusted as well. Right now we've got Team FRT, Rev 4, and just now is Old But Gold, and also FLMS. So, with that, each of those drivers getting more and more points for their teams for 2024 season. Right now, I believe our drivers are changing their tyres in order to get ready for their one more time. Both Kisa and also Villan. And we'll be able to find out exactly where they get to place this afternoon as we move into the evening. Now I see Villan coming up to the line, which means Kisa has 2 minutes to arrive. Let's see if Kisa's able to turn up to the line and compete. And here comes Kisa. She's gonna pull up. And here we go. All right, up on the line right now, we got Villan is gonna be leading this one more time. And we got Kisa Arano to follow. Judges are ready. Track is ready. Drivers are ready. Kisa's good, Villan's good. Away they go. Down the straight they come. Big slide there from Villan. Kisa initiating much later, but on the correct line. Villan on his outer zone clip. Kisa closing in that proximity. Smoke starting to bellow from the rear tyres of our cars. Kisa kisses the wall and goes off track. Kisa making that a 0 for her. Villan is continuing to go through the outer zone, number 4 rather, and turns into the final clip. Grip levels are definitely changing right now, and I think Kisa might have been a victim of that. The dust and smoke once again in the air. Kisa did hit the barriers just now. Not allowed to touch the cars right now in between rounds. Kisa's car, I think, is okay. It would just be cosmetic damage. Rear bumper got a bit of damage, and rear wing a little bit. Rear light seemed okay. But we're just replacing our track right now and getting ready for the second half of this matchup. Possibly grip differences. Now we have Kisa to lead and Villan to chase. Track is still being put back together. However, our judges are ready. Is Villan going to take it home for Rev 4 Auto Works? Who knows? These are the officials, just making sure nothing's coming off the car. Just a couple of cables and wires, quite normal for a drift car. The rear brake light, trying to pop that back in. Judges are ready. Kisa's car is ready. Villan Heng is ready. Track is now freshly ready. Okay. It is time. Here we go. Second half of this one more time battle. Okay, judges ready, track's ready, drivers are ready. Here they come. Kisa out in front. What's she going to do this time? Track is drying up. Villan much closer on that chase run. Kisa smoothly moving through the track, bits of the car falling off. But Villan Heng right there with her on his limiter. And here Kisa in her SR20, feeling the grip. I'm going to hear her car struggling for power, clutch kicking that SR20, but Villan Heng right there on the limiter. Kisa doing a good job of hitting that final clip. And it's all over with that performance from Villan Heng. We might have a winner, but once again it's down to our judges to make the final decision. So it's time for our decision. Advancing forwards is Villan Heng, car number 30, and Kisa Arano in our top 4. So who is moving forward? And looks like we got our final matchup. Right now I'm copying homework. Just copying the homework of a man that's in the know. Judge Dika. We're going to have in our final battle car number 288, that is Kingston Kuching. He's going to be fighting against Villan Heng, who we just saw in the battle for first. Whoever comes out on top will claim gold, and who comes out second will get silver. So it looks like Kisa is gonna buy run. Here we go. So Kisa just doing a solo run here, buy run, as Sherwin's dropped out. Kisa just needs to complete this. And the track is now much, much drier. Whoa, on that clutch. Again for Kisa, grip now very high on the track. Another bit of a clutch kick. Something she's quite used to. Good job there from Kisa. Clutch kicking her way to victory on that buy run. So that's the battle for third place confirmed. And next up, we've got our final battle for first and second. That's right, it is Kingston K, KDC FLMS in his V8 Nissan S15. And he's going to be fighting against the Villan Heng, who we just saw Rev 4 Auto Works Nissan 180SX, having some issues with his car. However, able to perform and get himself to the podium Let's see what he's able to do with this opportunity. Is he going to be able to grasp gold, or will he fail against Kingston, or will it be vice versa? Will the Villan pull out some superstar moves and kick Kingston to the curb? We will find out shortly in our final battle right here at KL Base, Kuala Lumpur. I'm glad our judges are refueling, just like our drivers. Still quite early in the day, not the usual late finish we have at the National Drift Series. We started nice and early with our GP2, moving swiftly on to our female drift challenge, and now we are here at the GP and the final battle of the day, unless of course we want more time. But for the most part, it's going to be our final pairing, final battle, in order to find out who walks away with gold, silver and bronze. Brought to you by Bell One Lubricants, AI Garage, MIBF, The Ultimate Showdown, Exquisite Motorsport Club, Retro Havoc, WeMoto app, Blaster Cars, and MAM on the sanctioning for the National Drift Series GP. Later on this year, we have coming up in July the National Drift Series Borneo, and also crossing over with Borneo Star Drift. That's coming up around in a couple of weeks, in a few weeks. It's 18th, 19th of July, I believe. And then after that, we've got a couple more events for the National Drift Series in September and October. And we've got the final for 2024. But of course, we're going to have our GP2 and FDC competitions running concurrently as well. This is the third round for the National Drift Series 2024, but only the first round for GP2. And it's also the third round for FDC. Competition is truly heating up here in Malaysia. And what's there not to like? Lots of powerful cars, lots of skilled drivers, lots of drama. What would the National Drift Series be without the drama? Drama minggu ini happens every time at the National Drift Series. How does the track look right now? I can see a couple of damp areas, but it's about 60% dry, I'd say, right now. A little bit slippery, yes, but not entirely. So just now we saw Kisa on her last run. She had to clutch kick her way around the track because the conditions are starting to dry up and she's got a bit too much grip. Her tires are maybe a little bit too inflated, or at least were for her run. And so our drivers are going to need to adjust for this final battle. Kingston K and Villan Heng. Villan having been out here battling for the last half hour, whereas Kingston has been cooling down a little bit backstage, so to speak. And Villan will have a better idea of what the track conditions are like. We'll check that out. So IS. Hello and a warm welcome if you're joining us on the live stream at home, and hello to everybody that's here at KL Base in person for the National Drift Series round number 3. Right now, this is the final battle, the final pairing. Maybe not the final battle if we go one more time, but yes, very exciting, everything to play for. Who's going to walk away with gold? We don't know yet, but we're about to find out. We've got Kingston K and also Villan Heng to fight. Right now, just preparing their cars and making sure that they are ready to roll. I hear a V8 roaring. That should be Kingston K's. And looks like both of our drivers are pulling up to the spot. And here they are, Villan in lead possession, to be chased by Kingston K. How have our drivers and teams set up the cars for this final battle? We won't know until we see the performance. Kingston warming up the tyres. Can already see some smoke, which means the track is drier all around, even near where the paddocks are. All right, Villan not warming up the tyres, he's just good to go. Judges are ready. The track is almost ready. And here we go. The final of the National Drift Series, round number 3. Lights are on for both of our cars. Judges are ready. Drivers are on the way. Villan roaring down the straight, hounded by Kingston K. Contact. And it looks like Kingston K rolled in a bit too hot into Villan door. But right now, Villan staying on target. And Kingston K doing a lot of steering adjustment. The track truly different grip levels right now, giving Kingston K all sorts of problems. There was a straightening, which means that at this stage it looks like Kingston is going to lose on points compared to Villan. All sorts of issues there from Kingston. Maybe the engine had some water in it, I don't know, maybe one of the cylinders is losing power, but Kingston was not able to smoothly navigate around the track. The track does have very different grip levels, as I've mentioned. And there was that initial contact. It did push Villan out of the way a little bit. Our driver's not allowed to touch the cars. Okay, Villan will now be chasing Kingston K. So it looks like it was a D-cell zone, and for Kingston to love tap Villan car in the D-cell zone would not be in Kingston's favour. So we're going to have to see how it plays out. Now Kingston out in front. Kingston knocks the cone on the way out. Grip levels, not what Kingston wants right now. Just narrowly missing our first box. Villan chasing hard to get proximity. Kingston managing to get to the outside of our track and all the way through that clipping zone. Third clip hit. Villan doing a good job of slipping out as Kingston gains traction. So loud up here in the commentary booth. Kingston going all the way to the outside. Villan doing his best on a shallow line to gain proximity, but not able to make it. Wow. We're going to check out a replay from Adrenaline Impact. So one clone clipped. Nice initiation, but misses the box ever so slightly. Now here, Villan going very shallow on the inside to try and keep up with Kingston. And here we'll see Kingston getting a nice third outer zone. Villan running a little bit wide, but pulling it back in around the teardrop. Okay, and here Kingston fills out this zone, giving Villan Heng a chance to get a little bit closer, but it's a little bit too late. All right, now we're going to look at the first run again. What happened here? Villan Heng out in front. So here we go. Initiation, and then boom. Now, in that decel, Kingston should have slowed down alongside Villan Heng. And there, a bit more of a love tap, and Villan Heng keeping the line. And there we go, a bit more of a correction from Kingston K. So already with Kingston zeroing right at the beginning, it looks like we might have a winner. All right. So our judges have come to a conclusion. And with that, we know how our standings are. And there we go. That is all she wrote. And now it's time for us to hand out the prizes. All right. Hello to everyone on the live stream. We're going to go down and hand out prizes. Don't be camera shy, Jasmine. Don't be camera shy. Say hello. We're going to be going down. Welcome to the behind the scenes here. This is where the judges were judging from. We're going to be going down to hand out prizes on the podium. So I can't teleport there that quickly. We're going to have a short break. I'm going to go to the toilet and I'll see you there. is FIFA Richie. So FIFA Richie, FDC Pro Am, 3rd place. Okay, please make your way up to the table. We're waiting for the person to hand it over right now, so just give us a second. Just stand here, it's fine. Thank you very much. Okay, where are we going? Maybe I should grab it for you. Okay. Give me a second. Hey, Bullseye, are you gonna 3rd place FDC Pro AM? There you go, that's the one I thought it was, but I got my hands full. FIFA Richie, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay, so members of the media, if you want to get your pictures, make sure you get it now. If you're able to hand over. Okay. And then, in 2nd place for FTC Pro AM, it is Dalila Daisuke. So Dalila, where are you at? Congratulations. Just make your way over here. We have Belle Stell to hand over. And of course, Alif Irfan from AI Garage. Thank you so much. Congratulations. And next up, our winner for FDC Pro AM, it is Aicha. Aicha, where are you at? Oh, there you go. Congratulations once again. Congratulations with that. It is time for us to move from FDC Pro, thank you so much, AI Garage, to the National Drift Series GP2 Top Qualifier. That top qualifier is smooth like butter. Starts with S. It is Sarah. Sarah, where you at? Thank you so much. Congratulations, Sarah, for being super smooth out there today. No wheel work, it's all footwork for this man. Our NDS GP2 Top Qualifier. Congratulations, Sarah. And next up, we have our National Drift Series GP2 Round 1 winners. So, in 3rd place, we have Alif Irfan from AI Garage. Oh, FTC. No, this is, well, okay, FTC, okay, we go here. So, Alif Irfan from AI Garage is handing out the 3rd place for FTC Pro. Bear with me. So, FTC Pro. No, yes, it's Eric. Well, no, sorry, excuse me. It is Min Vern Kwa. Min Vern, make your way up, please. FTC Pro category. Alif Irfan handing over from AI Garage. Congratulations to Min Vern. And next up, someone that will be very familiar to Alif Irfan, our 2nd place in the FTC Pro is none other than Belle Stell. So Belle, even under the weather, coming out on top. Great job there. Congratulations, 2nd place FTC Pro. One more picture, lovely stuff. Thank you so much. And next up, our 1st place winner for the FTC Pro Class, it is all the way from Japan, Kisa Arano. Congratulations. Trying to get these shots in before it gets a bit too dark. And now, thank you so much, Kisa. Thank you so much, Alif Irfan. But don't go too far, because the National Drift Series GP2 winner for round number 1, 3rd place, we have from AI Garage, Alif Irfan. He's getting in his steps, ladies and gentlemen. He's making sure he gets in his steps today. Up and down he goes. Congratulations, Alif. Thank you so much. Okay, one more picture for the back. And moving along swiftly, NDS GP winner, round 1, 2nd place, it is none other than Mark Darwin. Congratulations, LMS team. Mark Darwin coming through with the goods. Very nice looking car, I must say. Congratulations, Mark. Thank you very much. And now, NDS GP2 winner for round number 1. 1st place goes to 50 FLMS. Oh, there he is. congratulations once again, winning yesterday in our top seeding, but today coming out with our GP2 round 1 winner, officially FLMS, congratulations. And now moving forward onto our main event, it is time for us to announce the winners of today's round 3 GP for the National Drift Series. It is in 3rd place, all the way from Japan, once again, Kisa Arano. Getting our hands full right now, Kisa Arano, 3rd place in the National Drift Series GP, round number 3. Kisa Arano, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Lots of love indeed. Okay, thank you very much. And now, moving along swiftly, we're going to get Dika Champion, our head judge from Indonesia, our special guest here to hand over the award for our 2nd place competitor in the National Drift Series GP round number 3. It is hailing from East Malaysia, Kingston K. Oh, it looks like someone knows his place in the moment. Round 4 also works. Looking happy. Kingston, congratulations. Kingston FRT FLMS. Congratulations, Kingston, on 2nd place. Which means, great job, that we just have a round of applause from Rev 4 Also Works. Our winner of the National Drift Series round number 3 is none other than Villan. Congratulations. Obviously he wasn't checking our scorecards. Can we have all the judges move forward? If all of our judges could please move forward for a group photo quickly. And could we also have Kingston and Kisa Arano from NDSGP. So Kingston, if you're able to come over, we're going to do a group photo. Kingston, quickly, Kingston, we need you. Okay, and also, if you could also stand here as well in front of our Bell One logo. Just going to make this quick. And also our FDC Pro winners, Kisa Arano, Bella and Manhon K, and our NDSGP2 winners for round 1. Fish Lee, also, you'll need it over here as well, if you're still over there. Also, Mark Darwin, Alfian, and of course the top qualifier, Sarah, and FDC Pro AM, FIFA Richie, Dalila Dasuki, and Aiksha. If you could all join in for a picture quickly before the sun goes down. Okay, and with that all underway, it's been a great weekend. I really hope you enjoyed the Series GP2 and the FDC right here at the KL base. I've had great fun calling the shots. We had a great bunch of drifters. We're going to have great track here, reasonably good weather, and we're going to see you on the next National Drift Series very, very soon. I think we're going to be in East Malaysia. So take care, and I'll see you there. Bye for now.
Nitros, we've changed the pulley, we installed the catch can and all the minor stuff we had to do. So this is
マンバタービンは非常にコストパフォーマンスに優れたタービンなので
Alright, this is Tony Arcaki half breed. Don't forget to check us out.
الحين رايحين عشان نعطيها الهديه وراح نصور لكم ايش راح يصير.
Saya berasal dari Indonesia. Lak dia 2 biji tau, kena sapu.
Good afternoon guys. Nama saya Johnny Yong. Saya dari Miri Sarawak.
Robin Ishida, thanks for having me back.
Let's fucking hell.
We are the world, we are the children.
The films originated in UK.
Breaking the mold, drifting with passion, a story at a time.